Hello traders, in today's video we'll be looking at how to use FVG during news releases. Okay, now I need to clear an impression here. I don't trade the news. Okay, what do I mean by I don't trade the news? I do not trade the result of the news, be it above forecast or below forecast. I don't care all about that because those do not move the market. The market uses the news to sweep liquidity most times, and then if you can get the direction right, then you'll be at the right side of the market. So in this video I'm going to share with you how I use FVG to create a setup for the FOMC and the interest rate decision that was done last week, and that trade was on gold. I sent this the setup to my VIP members for them to check, and during the news they can capitalize on that. However, this trade I missed it because I was focusing on Euro USD most of the time without realizing that the gold has gotten a nice setup. However, I believe some of my members will have gotten it. So I'm going to share it with you here and how you can use that also as a yardstick for trade. Now, FVG, as you all know, I will not waste more time here. We are looking for a 3-candle pattern. Okay, and then the first candle low and the third candle high. If they do not touch, then you have a fair value gap. Okay, then you have a fair value gap, and this fair value gap, in my last video I told you, is used by the market to engineer liquidity. Now what does that mean? It means when price gets into the fair value gap, most times it tricks people to take trade by giving false setup, what I call false setup. In this setup we are going to also see change of character. Okay, chalk. As I said, chalk is not an holy grail. There is no holy grail in forex, but however you can limit false setup if you understand the concept I'm teaching here. So stay to the end. I have a very good announcement for you. So your false setup will be mostly in this fair value gap because the market wants you and I to trade. The market wants us to trade, and thereby it engineers liquidity. Okay, up and down, you feel, oh, you are going to miss this move when the markets are going low from here. After coming in here, started going low, you will think you are going to miss this move. And what happens? Market comes back up, go back down. No, try to mess you up. But if you are trading the way I am, by looking at some key levels that the market needs to take, because there are some key levels you must highlight. Maybe with time I will share it with you, but for now I'm just going to explain how I use this fair value gap to nail the FOMC, even though I didn't end up taking the trade because I was looking at the trade on Euro USD. Okay, so but I'm going to show you the screenshot I took before it played out. So in this case here, what you need to do is to identify area of supply above this fair value gap. Identify area of supply, okay, above the fair value gap, or just closing the fair value gap, because I prefer seeing the fair value gap close 100%. The reason is this: once the fair value gap is closed 100%, then there's no need to seek further liquidity sweep. If there's any, it's just to create within this zone, which I am okay. It can serve as a drawdown and the stop loss above. Now once the stop loss is taken, now am I saying this will work every time? Well, no, because nothing in forex works every time. Okay, especially if you are not in the right direction, mostly. But most times this has a higher win rate. Okay, like 75-80% win rate. So if price eventually comes up here and take me out, I'm okay with it. Okay, I'm okay. Definitely there was something wrong there, which I will go back and then check the reason for that so that I can use that next time. And that is how I was able to come up with this concept. No one is teaching you out there. I know there are a lot of videos on fair value gap, okay, but not in the nature of the kind of teaching I'm putting out there on YouTube. So make sure you like this video, subscribe. If you have not been subscribing to my channel and you're watching this, please subscribe so that you can be successful in the forex market. Subscribe now and you are going to be successful in the forex market. All right. So however, most times we have this playing out. Okay, I did a video on engineering liquidity. You can check in the card or in this description up here. So now, after the false setup has been violated by the market, it eventually closes this gap. Most of the time, it closes this gap. Okay, and especially during the news. During the news, this fair value gap is filled 100% of the time. Okay, I'm going to share with you the setup right now. So as you can see, so all you need to do is to wait patiently for this engineer liquidity to be taken. Once it gets taken, okay, there are sometimes you might see price even going lower. You will think, oh, I've missed that move. You will not miss anything. Okay, the news will trigger it up. So now, before the news proper, you must be able to get your direction right. Okay, now you can see the weekly chart on gold has been bearish. Okay, the weekly chart on gold has been bearish, monthly bearish. So there's no reason for you to start looking for buy. If you are looking for buy, it's only for a scalp. Maybe you are trying to anticipate price to move to a particular level, then continue the trend. Scalping is needed. You can see before this drop here, all of this was showing that the market was after this low. Okay, after this low, probably from the weekly. Okay, from this the monthly. From the monthly, we have the directional bias to be what? Bearish, because this method will not work if you are against the trend. It's a kind of pro trend method. Then weekly time frame, as we said earlier, we were what? Bearish. We were bearish. We were trying to, and you can see here, we have a fair value gap here. Okay, we have a fair value gap here, which should be able to repel the price a little bit. Now you can see all of this liquidity engineering. You can see what happened when price came back within this fair value gap on the weekly. Okay, on the weekly, all of these are liquidity engineering. With price, we sweep into this, then you can take your trade. But this trade, I'm not saying this trade will start going to the moon. No, it's simply a trade that you can anticipate a pullback from this weekly perspective here. So this is more like a resistance, a support, okay, a demand zone that price will respect, because this demand zone was responsible for this push to the upside. Now, this market, let me just give you a bonus here. This market here has confirmed our bearishness to the downside. So that means this will not hold much. We might have a push up, and then we might have a push within this. I don't know where exactly. Within this, either up here, then we continue to the downside, targeting this low. This low here. Okay, targeting this low. So we will be targeting this. How long will it take? I don't know. So now let's go back to our trade setup. Okay, on the daily as well, you can see immediate price closed that line. I was looking to be bearish there, because this is a sign that, now why, let me go back. Why was that a sign for me? Number one, that was the low that created this high. There was no other low here. You can see this was a low that created this high, and this was a very strong demand zone. Okay, very strong demand zone here. Very strong demand zone. It has been repelling price from May 2020, right? From 2020, it has been repelling price. That level was now broken, which was a strong sign that price will be bearish, okay, going forward. Now, there was fair value gap below. I knew some people want to quickly, start taking the buy. The retail traders want to take the buy from here, but I know that this fair value gap will be closed 100%. We need to close this 100% before we can push up. Now, on the daily, we have that close. Okay, price went up, took liquidity, and then this later happened. Now, this liquidity taking was what I was anticipating on the 4 hour. This was what I was anticipating on the 4 hours. Okay, then on the 4 hour, when I saw that break of structure there, I quickly identified the demand zone responsible for that. The demand zone responsible for this was this level here. Okay, this demand zone was responsible for this push down, and it has been what inducing people to trade here, as it is liquidity engineering. A lot of people will start selling, shorting. I was looking at this because most times when I want to analyze the market, I look at Euro USD first. So I wasn't interested in this because this high, they didn't take any liquidity, didn't break this low. So it makes sense for this high to be a target. Okay, it makes sense for this high to be a target. So I wasn't surprised if price was to come in here. Okay, now this candle here was during the news release. This was September 21st. 21st. Let's look at the economic calendar. On the 21st, you can see Wednesday, September 21st. You can see it here. FOMC, federal rate. Now, in this case, the government, the Fed, wanted to hike interest rate, okay, by 75 basis points. And this was what I was saying. When people want to trade the results, you don't trade results. You are not interested in all of this, because if you are to trade the result alone, you have to be bullish on the USD, okay, an increase in rate hike. But will the price just move lower? Prior to then, the price has already been priced in. Price has been going lower, okay. Then on the release, it went up first, closed this fair value gap after sweeping liquidity, and then price went to the downside. It later came back up. Okay, this is for a re-entry, which I also shared with my members to continue the trade down. Now let me show you the proof of the setup. This was the Euro USD. Now this is the setup for the gold. As you can see, what was the screenshot here? This screenshot was taken on the 19th, okay, 2022. I was really anticipating this to take place. On that same day, I took the Euro USD, but it didn't work out up until the news release, which make it still valid. Okay, it's still valid for me. And you can see this is the 4-hour time frame on Oanda feed, and labeled here as what? Liquidity. This line here, those that trade trend line, retail trader, they have been induced to take this trade. And where is this happening? Within the fair value gap. From here to here. All of this taking place within the fair value gap. So the fair value gap is a trap, okay, that the market used to induce you to take a trade. There are some smart money guys that will also take this trade. Probably if you are scalping, you'll be in profit, no doubt. You'll be in profit. But if you want to hold it and this was your target, this low was your target, you'll be knocked out eventually, because market went up before coming down to this target when the news was released. Okay, when the news was released. So this was that. Let's go back to verify, because there was something wrong with my laptop that day. Now let's look at the date where this was open. Okay, September 21st. It was on the 21st I posted this. My laptop, I have to change the timing. It was on a wrong time. So you can see September, these are the text, these are the messages, September 21st. So the screenshot there, I later find out that the timing problem. So that also affected my last video I did. Okay, so this was the time. This time wasn't correct. It wasn't that date. Okay, I posted it. So this is the proof of the entry in my membership group, and then price delivered accordingly. Price came in here and then delivered to the downside, sweeping the liquidity here. For those, there are some people that were looking for a bullish move, they were later taken out by sweeping this low. So this is what I would like to share with you today. If you have any comment, put it in the description. I answered. I attend to all comments except the spammy comment. Now be careful, there are some scammers in the comments that will promise you they will trade for you using Bitcoin or whatsoever. Ignore them. Ignore them, please. And we won't be responsible for your loss in financial, your finance. So avoid any form of scammers in the comment section, and I will try to reply to every comment section. Now, for you to be part of this setup, next month I'll be opening the door for membership on my Telegram channel. Okay, you become a member. If you don't know, check the link description, join the Telegram group. You are going to see the message on how to be a member. I'll be bringing out or giving you trade setups for you to trade with. Okay, remember, you applied proper risk management. Okay, and I'm not promising you heaven and earth, but I can say that when you join, you will see an improvement in your trading style. So make sure you click the link in the description, join the Telegram. Then from the Telegram, you are going to learn more about this particular membership. And then if you are interested, you DM me, I will respond to you. And also, if you want to understand more on liquidity, I will see you in this video.